look at you different when you moving forward. But just stick to the code, you get yours, I get mine. I've been reflecting on how we got this far, even when the pressure's on, finesse is strong. Plus I can...
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and you're tuned in to Madden 18 on EA Sports. In today's game, a very good defense will be on the field. The Colts are top 10 in fewest points allowed, and they'll be up against the Redskins offense that wants to prove it can do some damage.
And we welcome you to Lucas Oil Stadium, which opened back in 2008 here in the Circle City of Indianapolis, Indiana. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Washington Redskins and the Indianapolis Colts. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Keith flushed out right. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
Fresh set of downs here. From the gun, Keith. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean,
the Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. I know some of the talk after last week's loss was the O-line struggles. They gave up 4 sacks. He got hit here and taken down again, so that's something to monitor.
It is something to monitor, but they've got to help their offensive line out. Maybe a little bit different play calling, right? Draws, screens, get the ball out of the quarterback's hands quicker, maybe some quick game passes. All of that to try and help slow down a pass rush and make things easier on their offensive line.
This is taken at about the 14. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's into the clear. The 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
And this is going to be covered up by the Redskins. So an onside kick fail in the first quarter. Not sure I completely see the logic there.
It's not apparent, is it? You almost have to go deeper, I think, and maybe if we try and work along with them and speculate a little bit here, they must feel like they need to steal possessions in this game, and maybe they don't match up possession for possession with the opposite team. They've got to steal it and try and gain an advantage, and they tried. They just didn't get it done.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them. All right, I'm doing my rudimentary math here. That's his third catch here in the first quarter. I don't know if it's just game plan or he's just finding his way open.
And maybe a little of both. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was third and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. And he lost 6 there on the first down play.
While we know that the identity of this offense is to throw the ball, they've got to run it every so often, if for no other reason than to rush. They can't let them just tee off and get to their quarterback.
And the back goes into motion. Now this time he'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. 20, 10, and he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. This defense looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So out now come the Redskins. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And to give this time to the tailback. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. A gain of 3, second down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on. To
throw on second down. Keith going up top. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
To throw on third down. Keith. It's hauled in by Doxson. And he lost the football. And the Colts pick it up. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. You talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. And give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Keith. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now he's forced out left. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Decent gain on the scramble of 6, but now it's 4th. Here's Matt Bosher now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Colts in possession of the football to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd down at 5 here to start things out.
Watch it now, Barney! Detroit! All right, here we go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to face a 3rd down. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
On third down, Hebert. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Yikes. Terrible kick headed straight for the sideline. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
Throwing to start the drive. Keith, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
Throwing on third and long. Keith, he's going to wind up. This is caught inside the 15. That one will go down as 33 yards on the third down conversion.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays.
And a loose football. And the Colts pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
And tough starting field position here. Following the fumble recovery. Hebert got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Now a handoff here to his running back. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And when you're running the football, one thing you don't want to see is a big boy coming up there to swallow you whole in those D tackles and nose tackles.
No, you're actually counting on your big boys to protect you from them. But on that play, the defensive tackle had the leverage, and he won the battle. No gain, correct?
No gain. To throw on second down. Hebert. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Off the play fake. Hebert. And that is incomplete.
As a general rule, receivers love the comeback route because it puts them right in the sight lines of the guy throwing the ball. But in this case, the defender saw it and were able to knock it away.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is.
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Looking to throw on second down. Keith out to the left. It's complete to Daxon. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. Off-play action. Keith steps away, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Yards. Well done on the return. Take over with a new set of downs. The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all, as we will make our way to the 2-minute warning. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Indianapolis right after this. And on 2nd and 10 now.
Here we go. Green, 39.
Operating from the gun. Bear. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position. Couldn't hold on. Third down.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion.
Watch it now, Barney. Now let's go.
To throw on third down. Bear. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. But one thing's for sure, they're still taking their shots downfield, even with a big lead.
I think it's way too early to go into a shell, so I like what they're doing. Continue to take your shots. Continue to be aggressive. It's not their job to slow themselves down.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum.
And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. So now 2 pick sixes that he's thrown in this first half of play. Where do you go from here?
Well, number one, make sure you keep your poise. Make sure you go to the sideline after throwing this second one, and you look like you're still in charge, that you're still the guy, because your team's going to feed off of you. And if you're having your hands on your head or shaking your head, walking with your head down, guess what? They're not going to rally at all.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
Throwing after the interception. Keith. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. 23 yards on the play.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
On first down, Keith. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Let's go!
Back to the air on second down. Keith. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Here we go!
On third down, Keith. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here, but he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit. I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete.
Hurry up, here we go! Green! All right, now look at 56. Over!
They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. The Colts on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Hebert. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain. Well, the offense lining up 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Hebert looking deep for Hilton. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Hebert. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good. So we hit halftime here in Indianapolis with the Colts on top. As we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. See if they stay on the ground for second down. Time running out here on the play clock. Looking to throw. Hebert. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Back to throw. Hebert. Flush to his right. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Well, they've done a good job on these receivers, pretty much held them in check. They're a little too close for comfort.
And you're always looking for a play to get you going, right? You're looking for someone to make one. But maybe this penalty, this pass interference call, that can help shake them loose.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Off the toss, Cohen. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st. Off the play fake. Hebert. And he's got his man Hilton. And he's able to get the 1st here as he's taken down at the 25. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a 1st down.
Detroit! Hurry up, here we go.
They go play action here on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Back Detroit! Detroit! All right, here we go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. The Colts on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. From the gun, Hebert. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this score will stay right where it is. Well, it's still a good-sized lead, so they haven't necessarily needed him, but this is now 2 missed field goals for him in this game so far.
Yeah, and the question now is, will he be prepared when they do need him? Whether that's later in this game or sometime down the line, having a kicker you can count on is definitely imperative.
Now they'll run it on the toss, and he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
So 2nd and medium, 2nd and 5 now.
Flex round! Flex round! Let's go!
And now here's a carry heading left. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and just like that, it's 3rd down. Looking to throw. Keith. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he brings this up to the 46, good enough for the first. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Now a handoff here to his running back. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Second down, 8. And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll get it down here to the 43. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down, Keith. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It's a gain of 7, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 6. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Going for the deep ball. Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. So now it's 1st and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
What a game this defense has played. They're pitching a shutout, so it'll be fun to watch down the stretch to see if their defensive coordinator.
And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Bear. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down. The Colts on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10.
Here we go now.
Back to throw. Bear firing quickly here, and that's complete. And a big hit at the end of that one. He's knocked down hard at the 33. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. The Colts send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This is taken around the 12. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent. But you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
They were trying to get it there to Josh Doxson, and it's 3rd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Let's go.
To throw on 3rd down. Keith finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they get 10 yards there and convert on 3rd.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Operating from the gun, Keith. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they'll get it all the way out near midfield to the 45. A good pickup there, a 22.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Throwing again. Keith. Buying time to his left. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
There's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The Redskins on third down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 10.
Here we go.
From the gun, Keith. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Redskins go for it, but it doesn't pan out. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. And he'll give it here to his running back. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll force upon them a 3rd and 14.
We got 3. 3 down. 3 down. Hey, fellas, we got 3. Let's go. Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver.
Looking to throw. Bear. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And here come the Redskins now. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Throwing on first down. Keith, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. To throw on second down. Keith, now a desperation throw deep downfield. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
Sometimes we wonder about play calls, but this one made perfect sense to me. He's got the only touchdown that they've scored in this game. Tried to get it to him again on another deep ball.
Throwing on third and long. Keith, the Colts are going to get him. Down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Doxson with a grab over the middle. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner, and just think about how good that feels because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right, and sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. On second down, they'll try and run the counter. Oh, he's got some breathing room, and he's brought down. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Colts, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Washington, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Seattle Seahawks. So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Colts are winners as we say so long from Indianapolis.